that this is not what I look like in my head. In my head, I look nothing like this. I have no idea what I actually look like. Hey besties, it's Aspasia and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different than I'm used to, not as researched or as edited, because I wanted to have an open conversation with you guys about body image. It's come to my attention recently that I'm pretty sure I have no idea what I actually look like, and I think a lot of women can relate to this, especially in our mid to late 20s. I'm 25 right now, and I feel like my body has changed a lot since I was even 22 and 23, especially with social media nowadays and fitness influencers. There's the editing, the retouching. I just feel like it's so easy to compare yourselves, and I really wanted to be your personal trainer bestie today, your voice of reason to know that you're not alone. We're gonna get into this conversation. I really hope it helps you guys. If you have anything to note, please add it in the comments. I would love to hear all of your input on this and your personal experiences. So let's get started. How this all came about was, it was the 4th of July and I was in this bathing suit and I was going to a pool party with new people that I hadn't met yet. And of course I want everybody to think I look good. I'm a personal trainer, so in my head I'm like, I need to make sure everybody can tell. I'm definitely terrified of working out every day and then people not even realizing that I work out. And I feel like in my head I don't look like I work out, but then I get comments and compliments all the time from people telling me that I look like I lift weights and they see the work that I'm putting in at the gym. And it just makes me realize I don't know what I look like. I have no idea what I actually look like. And that's the crazy thing about body dysmorphia. So the 4th of July, I was in this bikini and I ended up doing a little bit of a photo shoot in this bikini. And I'll post a picture here only to say that this is not what I look like in my head. In my head, I look nothing like this. These pictures came out so cute and so good. I'm like, wow, I look amazing and I work hard to look amazing. So I'm really glad that I do, I guess. But if I can't enjoy it on the day-to-day, if I'm constantly critiquing myself in the mirror, then what's the point of even working hard? What's the point of even looking good if I can't enjoy it? And then I was at Pilates yesterday and I do not have a Pilates body. I guess I don't, in my opinion, I don't. I'm not like long, lengthy, toned. I would say I'm more built and muscular, which is because I've been lifting forever. So it makes sense. But yesterday at Pilates, some girl came up to me and she's like, girl, do you lift weights? And I was like, yeah, I do that a lot more than I do Pilates. And she's like, I can tell you look amazing. And that is not the first time I've gotten that. Since being in LA especially, I get a lot of the times, more than I can count on my hand, I get that I look like I lift weights and I look really good and whatever. And it's very sweet and it makes my day every time. And I'm literally shocked every time because I don't really think of myself like that. I don't know if this resonates with anyone. It's like you can spend your whole life trying to love the body you're in and it still is never enough. And with skinny coming back recently, guys, like skinny is back. I literally saw the other day on TikTok this girl saying that she really wants a thigh gap. And back in the day, like 2010, I was like 10 or 11, 12, everybody wanted a thigh gap. It was like the thin spo on Tumblr. Everybody wanted a thigh gap, and I thought we left that in the past. I thought that everybody knew that it was unhealthy for so many people to have a thigh gap. Like, I could starve myself my entire life and still have a little bit of fat on my stomach and still probably not have a thigh gap just because of my genetics. So because skinny is coming back and I just moved to LA where skinny is really in, I don't even know if it ever left, but you guys, people are really thin here and not in a bad way. These, like, they look amazing. These girls look so cute. The flat stomach is kind of like a part of their wardrobe almost. It's a part of the look, part of the style. And I work in West Hollywood, so I see it everywhere. And I'm a super confident person. I'm very confident. I'm very strong. I definitely pride myself on being very true to myself. I didn't think LA would change me that much. It really hasn't, but I am a little bit more affected by it than I would like to admit. I think it's definitely affected me more than I thought it would, seeing little like skinny girls everywhere and starting to compare myself to them, especially working in West Hollywood. I don't know. And again, nothing against these girls. I think a lot of people just genetically are also really thin. And I'm sure so many of them have their own things with their body that they struggle with. So definitely not diminishing that, but it's just crazy that skinny is actually coming back. And the diet culture right now is getting back to that, eating 1,200 calories a day and the thin spo. You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram. And nowadays they even have the filters and the retouching and you just never know what's real or not anymore, and constantly comparing yourselves to people that aren't even real or don't even look like that all the time themselves is really dangerous, and I think it can create a lot of body dysmorphia within us. So if you're looking at people online and constantly comparing yourselves, please just take a second to realize that we see ourselves every single day. We see ourselves bloated after eating, after drinking water, but we're not going to post those pictures necessarily. And some people are good about this. Some influencers nowadays will post when they're bloated and stuff, but even then I feel like it's not always a super accurate representation of how we feel. It's like we can see it on somebody else and think, oh, they look amazing. I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't even think they're bloated. But then when we're bloated or whatever in our heads, we're like, oh my God, I look terrible. I look so fat, which is just crazy that people really talk down on themselves like that. When you think about it, you would never tell somebody else that, hopefully. So it's just funny that we tell ourselves that. We're our own worst critics, really. But if you guys see fitness influencers online and you're comparing yourself, you have to realize that these people are probably fasted when they take those body shots. A lot of them are even on steroids and stuff like that. And a lot of them are retouching using different filters. So you really can't take anything that seriously. And I'm talking to myself here too. You have to take it with a grain of salt. It's just really good to remind ourselves that we're our own worst critics, and a lot of times people see us so differently than we see ourselves. I don't know if any of us will actually ever truly know what we look like to other people's eyes, and if somebody is judging you or they are talking bad about your body, your looks, that's not the type of person that you should even care about their opinion. That's not the type of person that you even want in your life. So if you find yourself looking in the mirror every day, body checking in the mirror and thinking that you are not skinny enough, not small enough, and that is your only goal, it's basically a race to nowhere, because you can starve yourself all you want, but eventually your body is going to give in. You're going to get hungry, you're going to want to eat, or you're going to have really bad effects due to not eating. So it's better that you just listen to your body, be active, try to eat pretty healthy, and just feel good. Try to figure out what your body likes, what makes it feel good. And again, I'm talking to myself here. I've counted calories, I've done that whole thing, macros, lifted heavy every single day, I've done all those things. And even when I was at my very, very thinnest, I still had things that I wanted to change. I still and probably will always have fat around my stomach. Probably so many of you guys, especially if you're a woman watching this, you are just gonna have fat around your stomach. It's just natural. And so I have to remind myself that being strong is best, being healthy is best, and getting to a place where you're not constantly thinking about being skinny and thinking about how everyone else is perceiving you, that is gonna be where you're at your happiest. We all have things we don't like about ourselves. It's better that we just come to terms with it and try to love ourselves and better ourselves every day. So obviously this was a lot of me rambling today. I really hope you got something out of it. Maybe you can resonate with something and we can encourage each other in the comments below. But you guys, if you are looking to lose weight, I do have a Fat Loss 101 guide breaking down fat loss into 3 simple steps so you can start losing weight today. And that is totally free in the link below. And if you did get anything from this little chat, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from your personal trainer bestie. I also post every single day on my TikTok and Instagram. I'll link that below too. Bye guys.